Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, December 11th. We had a bunch of rain and it warmed up. It's been in the 50s. It's back down around freezing today, but it's still not cold enough. So we decided to give our job another day. And I've been wanting to come and watch my buddy Nick's processor. I haven't really ever been around wheeled processors that much, or dangle-headed wheeled processors. So he's got a, I don't know, it's like a, I don't know, somewhere around 08 or maybe 2010 1270 something. It's a John Deere with a, I guess it's got a bigger dangle head for that machine. I've never watched it, so I've wanted to watch it work. I don't have much experience with dangle heads, and so figured, well, we're waiting there, trying to work today. The ground here looks a little better, so be a good chance to take a look and watch it. And I'm gonna get some other video. I might hop in the cab with them, so we'll catch you guys in a bit. So I'm walking in here trying to find where they're working, but they got a nice brook crossing here with brand new bridge mats, no mud on either side, maintaining the stream bank. This is what you want to see if you're a landowner. It's a nice brook crossing. We're kind of up to Nick's forwarder. It's got a, I think he's told me it's a 2011 1510 John Deere. I don't know if it's an E or what it is, so. Few little wet spots out in here. Probably Austin's wondering what I'm doing or who this is. Maybe it's a little rough in there. I don't have a real good view here. I don't even know if Austin knows I'm here. A little rough going right there. So he's got to fish out through some stuff to get at some wood. These guys are used to doing 8 foot too. We're used to doing tree length, so there's all the little tricks and those sort of things. So I guess we're kind of catching up to the processor now. Down in the cedary stuff. Looks like he's weaving his way around the cedar. Probably not the best fall ground, but doesn't look too bad. It's a little mushy. Definitely quiet. Maybe get a better view here at some point. See, he's got a bunch of little fur. And this is my buddy that has the YouTube channel that I'm always mentioning that I ought to do some videos. And like I said, I've just never been around these types of processing machines very much. I've always been around track machines with fixed heads. Definitely nice, the feed speed and the saw speed and that fur was very nice. Definitely a lot faster than what I'm used to. Especially in that, like that fur. It's just very speedy. And also, like my machine doesn't, when it gets down to the top, it doesn't like grabbing the top very well. So that'll process real small wood a lot better than mine too. You know, one of the big differences between this and my machine is that they kind of process stuff, you know, going both one side with my machine, which is, I'm sure it's a lot nicer being on rubber tires, you know, and I bet the ride's a lot better. And it looks like the cab levels itself, which would be nice too. I don't know if it levels it all on its own or if you have to adjust for that. I don't know the exact model of that head either. I guess it's one of the bigger ones for that 1270D, I guess is what that is. Keep dropping my phone. Gotta keep a hold of it. I do notice already watching this machine that the only thing I think that's different, that might be a little bit of a drawback for the forwarder, is that there's a lot more smaller piles where we might back up, or you just might bring a little more wood to one pile, or you have the ability to do that because of the fixed head. That's just one of the little things I've noticed. If the wood's kind of thin, I think, you know, we might walk with it a little more, or maybe a little easier to drag it back to another pile. is speedy. And I should say Nick came from a machine like mine, and he likes this a lot better, production-wise, than the 501, at least for him. And I can see in the smaller wood for sure. It's a lot speedier. Like I said, this is kind of my real first time watching a machine like this. I think one of the things that intrigues me the most about this machine is more or less mobility. And it's a little ways back in here, and it's a lot easier to walk your machine in and out at night, in the morning, you know. It would take a while to get out of here with a track machine, plus it's a lot rougher ride. This is probably really good wood for this, this fur. Nick's on his headset. You can see his little headset there. He's got to be on the phone so he can not get bored during the day. It's not focusing, but they got to give him a little bit of a hard time. It's a little
like just with nothing in it, see,
yeah,
watch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it lifts up that side, yeah.
And if I touch the travel pedal,
yeah,
she'll tip right up.
Yeah, because that. What is the model of that head?
It's an H290.
290.
Yeah.
Yeah. What it would be the normal size that comes on this machine? You know,
like H480.
Oh, so the smaller the head, the bigger the number?
Well, I don't think it really matters. An H480 is like a 3-roller design.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, this patch of shit. But a little heavier.
Yeah.
A 6,000 log max would be about perfect.
For this, yeah. That's what, I had a friend that used to work for these guys, had one of those funny looking, I think it was a Timber King at the time. It was rubber tired ones.
Yeah.
And he had a Log Max 6000.
Is that Clark or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever happened to him? The other thing that would be nice is this boom post right in your face. It's hard that you can't.
Yeah.
You know, you almost have to zigzag through the woods so you can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I think the guys that run dangle heads with a puncher said, you know, it's in front of it, or like just throw it in a pile. Don't bunch it, because if it's a little funky, it gives more like it's crisscrossed a little. It's easier to grab.
Yeah, yeah. Or don't butt them up. You know, leave them out a little bit.
Yeah.
I think would be.
I think it's like a lot of stuff. You just get used to it.
Yeah.
Because I think those knives are a lot similar to a Log Max than like a Wartaw or something.
Yeah, the Waratah's got the best knives for
grabbing out of the pile.
Yeah. They're designed for it.
But I think you just kind of get accustomed to it.
Yeah.
I would, you know, if I had a dangle head too, I think having a top knife would be, or not a top knife, top saw would be cat's ass.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You wouldn't want to cut a steady diet of this stuff.
No, the shit sucks.
Yeah. I guess that, I guess that's all those little things like these areas. Like you'd make one pass with the buncher and that's it.
Yeah.
I should become a salesman for bunchers. Convince myself, oh yeah, this is the best way to do it. And as soon as I didn't have one, it's like, nope.
No, I think it would work better.
Yeah.
And if the wood prices would come around a little bit and there was a little bit more money to go around, then it would just get better. It would just keep getting better.
Well, it would take the bite out of the $6 a ton or whatever you charge to lay wood down.
Right. Right.
I still think my experience with it, we've talked about it, is just that the consistency that you gain is so much easier. It's just like, that the $6 doesn't become as big a deal. It's just as long as you got the wood to cut.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right. And areas like this that were trashy, your production really wouldn't change.
I can kind of see how, like, for a buncher guy, you'd be like, sometimes a little, like, you don't want to be just going, oh yeah, I've got a buncher, let's cut a bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, it doesn't seem to matter quite as much. You never have to struggle with.
Yeah. Shit hung up.
Yeah.
One thing that is nice about this head though is like big pine.
Yeah.
Like 28-inch pine, you can cut it.
Yeah.
And you can usually feed it and measure it.
Yeah.
And delimit,
Yeah.
Whereas anything else you'd have to cut it with a chainsaw.
That's one of the biggest things with my machine is that it's got the power, it can do it, but you just can't get the head around the tree.
And like what we noticed between this and like the 501 is wood like this, cutting off the stump, the 501 is really terrible.
Yeah, it's slow going.
And this is better.
Yeah.
It's not as good as bunched wood, but it's better than a fixed head in this small wood. You get the feed speed and the saw speed that makes up for it.
It's definitely a different, technique and kind of doesn't really look much different. I mean, coming in maybe where there's a lot of fur and stuff, the trails are a little wider with this than the 501 just because you don't.
Yeah, well, this is a big machine.
Yeah.
Compared to a 501, it's big. You definitely need more room and.
Yeah. It doesn't appear to really be like work that hard.
No.
Or just the engine or the pumps, it doesn't really.
It just kind of purrs. 1800 it's at, and it just kind of sits here.
Yeah.
Level.
Yeah. Oh, so the crane stays level in the cab.
See, I can level and tip the crane all the way back manually.
Yeah.
And then we'll touch the travel pedal.
Yeah. And it comes back down.
The crane levels.
Well, yeah, and the cab levels on its own. So, and you can manually do it. So, if you really want to take a nap, you just tilt it all the way back. Just tilt it all the way back. And
But what's nice about the leveling crane is, like, I'll show you.
When you don't lose your swing power.
You don't lose your swing power, and for thinning, like, say if there was a tree around behind this cedar, you could reach around, but the top's gonna hit.
Yeah.
So you could like lean that forward. And reach right around behind the cedar.
Yeah, that's neat. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then you just, touch the travel pedal again, and she'll stand right back.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Where it needs to be.
I know with the track machines, especially processing, not so much with the buncher because you're moving more, that if you're processing on a trail that's a little side leaning, after a while you get pretty sore, and because you're just working at that weird angle, you're always trying to hold yourself to one side or something. So
this thing, you got to be careful. You can cut places that's tough for the forwarder and not even know it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that side lean stuff. You don't even know really how bad it is.
Right.
And then all of a sudden Austin's stuck.
Yeah.
Or can't do it. Or